Hi, we are glad to welcome everyone who is interested in science and interesting facts on our channel. Today we talk about alpacas, the legend of the Andean goddess. Our first fact about alpacas is not really a fact, but instead a fun little story of their origin according to native Peruvian myth. Legend has it that in a time long ago when men and gods commune, a goddess fell in love with a human. Her father did not approve at first but later on relented on one condition: for the goddess to follow her love to earth. She must continue to care for her pet alpacas. He also required that the human man be put in charge of a precious tiny alpaca at all times. When they returned to Earth, the man got lazy and put down the little animal, which made the goddess panic and run back home. She tried to take her alpacas with her but could not save them all. The few that were left on Earth started the first line of alpacas bred in Peru. Now let's talk facts. Number 1. They are in fact not small llamas. This is a common mistake that people make. Though they are closely related, llamas and alpacas are not the same thing. The key defining difference is in appearance. Everything from the shapes of the face to the ears distinguishes these two species. Llamas are also significantly bigger and can weigh over 400 pounds. Number 2. They are short and bulky. Speaking of size, alpacas tend to be very small. They can grow up to 99 centimeters and up to 140 pounds, which compared to other livestock is pretty small. This weight and height vary with various factors, including season. This size makes it very convenient to herd them even with limited space. Number 3. They come in two breeds, SURI and HAUCAYA. The main difference between these two breeds is the character of the coat. Suris have thick, long fur that falls parallel to the skin. It is typically very glossy and soft and is considered the highest quality of alpaca coat that you can get. HAUCAYAs, on the other hand, have shorter and springier fur. It grows perpendicular to the skin and gives them that electrocuted hair look. The coat is also significantly coarser and duller. Despite all this, it can be refined and spun into yarn that is still considered valuable. Number 4. They communicate through body language. You can tell a lot about an alpaca's mood by just observing its general behavior and body movements. They tend to communicate not only with each other but also with handlers using body language. For example, a male may stiffen his neck and take a sideways pose as a way to assert his dominance and scare away any challengers. They also stamp their feet when they are irritated and may lift their ears as a sign of alarm. Number 5. They also use sounds to communicate. In addition to body language, alpacas communicate using sound. The most common form is humming. This, however, can be a little confusing because they hum for many reasons, including when they're distressed, happy, or bored. Other sounds you may hear include clucking like hens when they are being playful, especially with their young, and screaming and screeching for defense and to raise alarm. Number 6. They sometimes use spitting as a defense. This is one of the alpaca's primary defense mechanisms. They start by shooting out warning spits consisting of saliva or even air. However, when they are truly in distress, they will bring up stomach contents, including acids and partially digested food, and spit them as far as 10 feet. This is meant to debilitate any attackers, whether they are predators or fellow alpacas. There is also always a risk of getting spat at as a human handler if you are rough with the animal. Number 7. They are clean freaks. Alpacas are famous for being very big on hygiene. They make a huge deal out of keeping their coats and teeth clean, which makes taking care of them, whether as pets or livestock, very easy. They are also self-toilet trained. They instinctively know to take care of business away from their grazing spot, and even tend to have a communal spot at which they relieve themselves. This is mainly important as a way to prevent the spread of disease through waste. Number 8. Artificial insemination generally doesn't work. Something unique about alpacas is the fact that the females only ovulate after mating. This is unlike other livestock animals whose ovulation is triggered by the presence of sperm. As a result, artificial insemination is rarely successful when trying to breed these animals. However, alternatives like traditional mating and embryo implantation have been shown to be very successful. Number 9. They make great pets. Alpacas are good for more than their lustrous fur. They make really great pets. They are generally very friendly and docile, which means you can safely have these furry little beasts of love around your children. They are also very easy to train and respond well to reward systems. The best part is that they come instinctively potty trained, so you don't have to keep running up and down your yard hunting for waste. Number 10. There are no wild alpacas in existence. Alpacas have been domesticated for millennia, and as a result, there is not a single wild one in existence. This is in stark contrast to related species like the llamas and vicuñas. Maybe those Peruvian herdsmen from the legends finally learned how to take good care of their alpacas. So, now you know a little more about alpacas. Subscribe to our channel so as not to miss other interesting facts and useful tips.